What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video. My sports Gematria. We're going to go over the UFC 250 picks that I am looking at. Doing all 5 of the main card fights. It's going to be Saturday, June 6th on the Gregorian, the 158th day. 14th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew Civil, 251st day. 14th day of the 3rd month on the Hebrew Religious, the 73rd day. So we're going to look at all 5 fights here. We'll start with the first one. We got Eddie Wineland and Sean O'Malley. Yeah, I believe Shane O'Malley is a huge favorite in this fight. I have some things marked, and I actually do kind of like him to win. The first thing I noticed was the 24, Eddie Wineland. He's coming into this fight with 24 wins. This is his 39th fight. At first I was leaning towards the 25 because 25 equals 149. And this fight taking place on the 14th day of the 9th month, like 149. So I was like, man, maybe there's a huge upset here. And there still potentially is. But I'm kind of liking him staying on 24 wins in his 39th fight, specifically. Because 24 sums to 167, the 39th prime number. So in his 39th fight, he can stay on 24 wins for his career. He would pick up his 14th loss for his career, this being his 14th UFC fight of his career. The word 14 sums to 112, and with the loss he would end his 1-fight win streak, and Sean O'Malley would get his 12th win in a row. 112, 112, 14 sums to 112. It also sums to 41 and 40. Sean O'Malley equals 41, and with the win he would become 4-0, like 40 for a UFC record. Also, this is being played in Las Vegas, Nevada. 43, the 14th prime number. If Sean O'Malley wins this fight, he becomes 12-0 overall, like 120. 120 sums to 73, the 21st prime number, it being the 73rd day on the Hebrew Religious. Eddie Wineland, it's a total span of 21 days till his upcoming birthday. And Shane O'Malley, it's a total span of 141 days till his upcoming birthday. And 21 sums to 141. Also sums to 39, which can bring it back to Eddie Wineland's 39th fight. But I'm liking Sean O'Malley in this one. The 68, the reason why I marked the 68 is because of the 124 and the 52. It being 52 date numerology on the Gregorian. 52 sums to 124. So that's what I'm kind of liking right now. And then for Neil Magny and Anthony Rocco Martin, I believe Neil is a slight favorite. Nothing major. Pretty close to even. Kind of, not really, but kind of. Neil Magny, his name sums to 143. It being the 14th day of the 3rd month on the Hebrew Religious, like 143. He can get his 23rd win of his career in his 23rd UFC fight overall. This will be Anthony Rocco Martin, 23rd fight of his career overall. So we have kind of a 23 thing going here a little bit. This fight in Las Vegas, 23, Las Vegas, Nevada, 83, the 23rd prime number. This event is the Nunes versus Spencer event, which sums to 59. It's a total span of 59 days till Magny's upcoming birthday. Magny versus Martin summed to 59. 59, the 17th prime number. Anthony Rocco can stay on 17 wins for a fight record. He would get his 6th loss, kind of like 176. Magny versus Martin sums to 175 and 176. He's coming into this fight 17-5, and it can become 17-6 in his 23rd fight. So I'm kind of liking Neil Magny here in this one. There are some things that go against Neil, and that would be the 15-8. If he loses, he would become 15-8 for a UFC fight record like 158. 32 date numerology on the Gregorian, 158 day, 32 sums to 158, as well as 50. And he can become 229 for a fight record, the 50th prime number. So there's that 229 and that 158 that is kind of staring me directly in the face. But I still like Neil in this scenario. But that could be subject to change. Maybe. But I wanted to show you guys that. So Jemaine Stirling versus Cory Sandhagen. I believe this fight is about even as well. I put an E next to there. It's even. I think they're both even. The first thing I kind of noticed was I know this fight was in UFC Apex, which sums to 113. With the win, Stirling can become 11-3 for a fight record with the win in the UFC. Like 113. It's 311 days since his 30th birthday, and 113 is the 30th prime number, a reflection of 311. 311 is the 64th prime number, and his opponent, Cory Sandhagen, sums to 64. If we type in 193 or 193, 193, we see that it sums to 251. And on the 251st day of the Hebrew civil calendar, he can become 19-3 with the win, 193. It's 55 days till his upcoming birthday. He can get his 5th win in a row. And he would hold Cory and end Cory's 5 UFC win fight streak. He's actually on a 7-win fight streak. And he can end it at 7. He can continue and get his 5th, 5-7, 7-5. 57 sums to 131, the 32nd prime number. 32 is a number on the Gregorian. And that's why I also pointed it out here for Neil Magny as well. Magny. But I like Jemaine Stirling here. Is what I'm kind of liking. You know, you can say, well, he can become 13-1. The 32nd prime, which is true. So there's definitely some with these even matches, there's definitely a little give and take on both sides. But I'm liking the 193, and then I like the 11-3. And then Cody Garbrandt and Rafael Asante. I believe Cody is more of a favorite in this game, or this fight. But I'm liking Cody. It just seems hard not to pick Cody. Bantamweight equals 123 and 66. It being June 6th, like 6-6, and the word 66 sums to 149. It being the 14th day of the 9th month. It's hard not to see how Asante versus Garbrandt equals 66 and 123 as well. Bantamweight 123, 66. I don't see why Cody wouldn't become 12-3 for a fight record. He would also become 73 for a UFC fight record, like 73, 73. It being the 73rd day on the Hebrew Religious. He would stay on 3 losses. He would end his 3-fight losing streak, and he would stay on 3 losses for the UFC. And Rafael would get his 3rd loss in a row. So 3-3-3-3. And then we know 33 sums to 66. Right? And 141, just like 21 equals 141. 73, the 21st prime number. Yeah. And then Amanda Nunes and Felicia Spencer. Amanda Nunes is a huge favorite. Felicia is a huge underdog. So this fight card starts off with a huge favorite and underdog match and ends with a huge favorite and underdog match. And I'm probably gonna pick favorites in both of them. I think Amanda Nunes is probably gonna win this. At first, I was liking Felicia for the upset because women's featherweight equals 91. You know, Felicia can become 9-1 for a fight record. And then I was thinking like, well, Amanda Nunes equals 190, which is the 19th triangular number. I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 190 is the 19th triangular number. It's a total span of 8 days since her 32nd birthday. 19 is the 8th prime number. She can stay on 19 wins. And, yeah. And so that's what I was thinking. But it's a 7 days or total span of 8 days since her 32nd birthday. It just makes me think, obviously, she's going to get her 8th win in a row for a title fight. She'll become 13-1 for a UFC record, 131, the 32nd prime number. Total span of 8 days since her 32nd birthday. So that's really what's making me pick Amanda Nunes, is it being the 8th day of her 32nd birthday. She'd get her 8th win in a row as a title champion, and then she would become 13-1 for a UFC record, the 32nd prime number. She would get her 11th win in a row, and 66, it being June 6th, is the 11th triangular number. So that's what's making me like Amanda Nunes. So right now, I like Amanda Nunes. I like Cody Garbrandt. I like Jemaine Stirling. However, with that being said, we do have this 131 down here. I like Magny. With that also being said, I talked about the 229 and the 158. And I'm liking Sean O'Malley. And then, of course, I mentioned the 25. But yeah, leave any comments, questions, concerns below, and we'll talk about it. And then, of course, I'll post all my final picks in writing like I always do. Thanks, guys.